LPL power rankings. We can use the one from 2022 spring. It is literally the same teams in the league. This is gonna be tough, bro. It's always the absolute hardest to power rank LPL teams because there's just so many of them. So we're gonna like kind of start from the bottom and then we'll like randomly go to the top. Like we'll just kind of jump around wherever we see fit. All right, so let's start with D tier. I assume that the D tier is going to look something like this. Thunder Talk Gaming obviously got a lot better, I would say. They were able to pick up a few players that should make their roster more formidable than it was before. Notably, the ones that they got were Beichuan from obviously FPX. He was FPX's sub. He actually played some games, like he played Demacia Cup, and then he was playing regular split until Clit arrived. So you have Beichuan, which ended up joining. You obviously have Yucal, who is their mid laner. For top lane, they actually have two new top laners. Zhao Zhang, who is the sub for Flandre. Obviously, he was pretty good. I think he was just one of those players. He reminded me a lot of Zhao Laobao, who's playing in this game actually for FPX. When he came in for Nuggery, where it was like, damn, bro, this guy is actually pretty solid. I have similar vibes when I saw Zhao Zhang play. And then Hoya, who is obviously on Dom 1 last split, shared time with Birdall. Those are the two new players. So I think maybe I'll move TT above anyone's legend. I think W is going to be a lot better. They were somebody who was in this tier, but I think that they're going to be a lot better. They're a new roster. I mean, honestly, in this tier, probably put IG as well. Maybe I could put IG even 15th. I think IG is actually going to have a pretty rough split. I could even go IG 16th, bro. IG is going to be rough this split. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this all shapes up. But I think Thunder Talk Gaming actually won't be that bad. I mean, Yucal, Beichuan, if you assume it's going to be Zhao Zhang, and then Puff and Southwind, obviously. I mean, this roster doesn't sound that bad. Seems like it's probably capable of getting maybe like 14th place. Next, we go into this next tier. So in this next tier, I'm going to have OMG. I think OMG just doesn't have the players around Cream to actually be able to win. I think that they're still going to have jungle issues. Ultra Prime, I'm still not sold on. So if people don't know, Ultra Prime obviously made a huge roster move where they picked up Zoom recently. So Zoom is obviously not on Top Esports anymore. So Top Esports is sticking with their rookie top laner. They're sticking with their boy, and then they're just going to be letting Zoom go to Ultra Prime. So Wayward, guaranteed starter. There's no question. Will Zoom return? No, Zoom is now on Ultra Prime. My problem with this roster is the same thing that it's always been with Ultra Prime. I think Kryden is actually underrated in general. Elk, who is Jumeng for WE, really fucking solid player. Zoom, think he'll be good as well. Hacker just runs it down every game, bro. I can't get behind a team with Hacker on it. I think maybe they could like squeak into playoffs or something, but I don't think they can be a good team. I really don't think they can be a good team. I think that this is pretty much what the tier is going to look like here. Oh, WE is down there as well. So yeah, I mean, Ultra Prime might squeak into playoffs as like a 10th seed. You'd have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You'd have something like this. Maybe Ultra Prime can leapfrog RA, but I just don't see a team with Hacker on it going far. Dude, this is actually crazy names to look at. Like, look at the names that are left. Bro, how strong is the top 9 in LPL? Okay, so let's start ranking these. I think I would have FPX 9th place for FPX. I think that sounds reasonable to me. Who else am I low on? JDG. I think JDG is going to fall off. They're just a jungle only team. I don't really believe in their solo laners or their AD carry. I think they massively overperformed Spring. I'm expecting them to fall off here. And then I guess I would go Weibo. This would be 7th place. They got 6th last split. It's tough because BLG got outperformed by Weibo last split, but BLG is obviously rumored to be, playing super well in scrims. And I think that BLG had this really weird dynamic last split where, like Uzi is obviously the GOAT in China's eyes. And he was just behind Doggo the whole time. So he would play like randomly in some of the big games. So then the team, like, obviously, like they don't really know who's going to be the starter or who's going to be playing in all the clutch moments. I don't know. It was really weird. So I think that they'll actually benefit from having, Uzi off the roster. Weibo, not really sold on them. I think the Shy is starting to return to the Shy tendencies. SFM is really hit or miss. He kind of ruined the IG games. I mean, I think if the IG series is any indication, if I think that IG is a team and we just watched Weibo's play into IG, I don't know, bro. I think that they're not destined for greatness this split. All right, next tier. Okay, I will put BLG last place, so they'll be 6th here. This hurts to do, man. This hurts to do. Above them in 5th place. I mean, I definitely have V5 and LNG. Oh, it hurts to do. I don't even know which one to go for. All right, we're moving LNG. We're gonna go LNG 5th. Damn, it's tough. It's tough, man. This is so hard. Think about like all the teams that are top 7. Just think about top 7. Weibo, BLG, LNG, V5, Top Esports, RNG, EDG. That is crazy strong, bro. I mean, LNG just hasn't looked like they've synergized at all. I mean, they didn't look like they got any better in spring. They literally just look like individuals playing. I mean, I think the person that could really elevate LNG is if Tarzan goes into God mode. I mean, DoinB, obviously, if DoinB goes into God mode, that's a given. Like, he's one of the best mid laners in LPL when he plays at his peak. He's the best mid laner in LPL when he plays at his peak. But I thought Tarzan was really disappointing in playoffs. I really didn't enjoy like his builds and stuff. Like, if you guys remember his final games, dude, the guy went out playing like full tank Xin Zhao with like Frostfire Gauntlet, where it's like, dude, when he plays at his peak, he's like the best jungler in the world. Like, that's his peak. It's like he should be up there with Canyon, top 2 junglers in the world. All right, next. I think this is a pretty easy pick. I think V5 is behind these other teams that I have here. Still think they'll have similar problems to what they had in spring. Rookie, obviously, super insane. Carries the team. Support on that team. PB God, not great. I think that's the biggest issue that they have. I think Fodek obviously displayed a lot of raw talent. Rich overperformed massively. People thought he was going to be. He was actually pretty good, but I'm not super convinced with the team, and they seem like they kind of had this like mentality where when they're behind, they're like, okay, let's just not do anything and Rookie will carry the game. So they lose a lot of games pretty slowly and pretty brutally, and it doesn't feel like they have many chances to come back and win in a lot of those games that they get behind because of that. Okay, next up, S tier. This is what I believe to be the 3 best teams in LPL. I'm gonna go last place Top Esports. I'm a Top Esports hater, though. I could be completely wrong about this. I just know that Tien will start running it at some point. He might not run it for like 2 years, dude. He might be the best jungler. I think he was probably one of the best junglers in the entire world, if not the best jungler in the world in spring. Tien could win this split, go to Worlds, win Worlds again, then win Spring next year, win Summer next year, win MSI, then win Worlds again, and then like have one bad split in 2024. And I would be like, I knew it, dude. We knew that he was the whole time. He just tricked us by winning all those world championships into thinking that he's not. But this is the real him, bro. I saw it, dude. He's exposed. That's the real Tien. That's 2021 Worlds FPX Tien. I am just the biggest Tien hater in the world, bro, because of what he did at Worlds in 2021. But realistically, like, he was absolutely one of the best, if not the best jungler in the world in spring. He was completely I mean, his pathing was so fucking good. He was so smart. All right, next one. This is gonna be controversial. I think that this is a little bit of a faith pick. Like, if I'm going like purely like analytical, I mean, I would probably just do this. I would just do RNG1. I feel like EDG will return to form. I really think that it was just a fluke last split. I think RNG is gonna have some issues like that. Now they're obviously changing a top laner, so that throws immediately some type of like a wrench in the mix where they found a winning formula. I don't think Breathe played that well on BLG last split. I think that his 2021 was significantly better than his 2022 so far. So I think that RNG will have to like reacclimate and figure out how to play with Breathe. I mean, Breathe and Bin are similar players, but they still are different players at the end of the day. You do have to figure out the best strategy possible. I think that RNG, they're still really fucking good. I mean, if they win, I don't think it would be a huge surprise, but EDG playing at their peak, I think they're just my favorite LPL team. I just think that the way they play is like so intelligent. They're so convincing. When they're in form, they're a clutch team as well. So I'll have EDG winning Summer. I believe in them. It's kind of crazy that RNG and EDG are just like top of LPL again, where for a while this wasn't the case at all. Like, think about the teams that were at the top of LPL in the years before this, right? It was all about top and JDG. It was TES and JDG for like all of 2020. 2019, you had FPX. I mean, you had IG for a while. Like, RNG and EDG went from being shitter teams to like actually pretty good quickly. So, but this is my tier list. I have first place EDG, second place RNG, third place Top Esports, fourth place V5, 5th place LNG, 6th place BLG, 7th place Weibo, 8th place JDG, 9th FPX, 10th Ultra Prime, 11th Rare Atom, 12th OMG, 3rd WE, 14th Thunder Talk, 15th IG, 16th Anyone's Legend, and 17th LGD with my boy Shadow. All right, there we go.